Hello everybody, we are looking at Greek and Latin prefixes this week. There are 4 Greek and Latin prefixes we're looking at. We're looking at auto, which means self. So anytime you see that word auto in front, it means it's done on its own, like automatic means it can act on its own without any help. Anti means against. So anytime you put the anti in front of it, it means kind of the opposite of or against it. It works against it. Trans means across. So if I use the word like transatlantic, it means across the Atlantic Ocean. It can also mean through or beyond. Amphi means on both sides. It's Greek. So the only Latin one we're looking at this week is trans. All these others are Greek. Amphi means both sides. So we might see like an amphitheater, meaning that it's a theater that can be seen on both sides. So when you're looking at your assignment today, you're going to be looking at the words and breaking them apart like anti-aging and deciding if it's anti, it means against. Against what? Against aging. And so then you're going to just write a definition for what the word means. So go ahead and write anti-aging, break apart the word, and then write a little definition for it. So I'm going to show you what that looks like here. So we have anti-gravity, and anti again means against. So it might be good if you want to write it against right here. And then we have gravity, and we can use a dictionary to help us if you're not sure what the word means. Gravity is that force that pulls down. So I'm going to show you on the computer how we can go to dictionary.com, and gravity is the force of attraction. So we don't need the whole definition. We want to put it in our own words. So the force of attraction, so you could say against the force of attraction, and that would be anti-gravity. So this one is wanting you to put it together, anti-gravity, and that means the force. Oops. The force of attraction, and it's against it. So we write against the force of attraction. I'm sorry that's so messy. Everybody makes mistakes, and that's why I shouldn't write in pen. I should write in pencil. Transplant. Again, trans means across or through or beyond, but in this case, it just means across. Transplant, when I look at the word plant, it means to put it in the ground for growth. So when I plant a tree, if I'm going to uproot that tree and move it to a new place, that's what transplant means. So trans means across. So the word I'm creating is transplant. It means to grow across or in a new location. So sometimes we have to transplant organs, like if we have a kidney that fails, we might need a kidney transplant. That's what that word means, is that you're taking something from one place and moving it to another. All right, let's look at amphitheater. I actually was just speaking about an amphitheater. Amphi means both sides. And we know that a theater is like where you have performances. So it's a building where you can see from both sides. So a building for performances where you can see on both sides. Building or stage that you can see both sides. Now I know it's having you look up definitions and it's having you put these together, but they want you to understand what these words mean. So when you take your test on Friday, they're going to ask you about these 4 Greek and Latin prefixes. So make sure you're looking. And I would encourage you to take it even a step further and maybe look up other words or see what other words you can make using auto, anti, trans, and amphi. So when I look at this and I zoom out, it's going to ask you about 7 words. Anti-aging, again, anti means against, so against aging. Anti-aircraft, antacids, because acid starts with an A, they took off the I. Okay, so antacids, it sounds silly. You can't have the two vowels next to each other, so we couldn't say antiacid, but you know that ant or anti means against. So even though the I is gone, this is still using the prefix anti. Transdermal, so you might need to look up what dermal means. Transatlantic, transcontinental.